Got a treat in store for you today, everybody. Going to showcase South Carolina's Cherokee Scenic Highway, otherwise to us locals known as Highway 11 here in South Carolina. Highway 11 runs 119.8 miles to be exact, from Interstate 85 all the way to Gaffney, South Carolina, Highway 150. And the vast majority of it is just like you see, Scenic Highway. BlueRidge Mountains in the background. Pretty weather this time of year. I live 25 yards off of Highway 11. And honestly, growing up here in South Carolina, it's always been a special place because it's a gateway. It's a gateway to so much more than just Highway 11 scenic route. You can see things directly from the highway, of course, but to get off of it, even just short routes off of the highway are just absolutely some beautiful, beautiful spots. We're going to showcase some of those for you today. Adam Sandoval, if everybody's familiar with his YouTube channel, popular guy, does some really insightful stuff, some fun stuff, all motorcycle related, just like I'm doing. More doing like him. But he recently did a short video on Cherokee Scenic Highway, and I'm not knocking his video in any way because sadly enough, a lot of the points he made were very correct and right. We're currently driving on the Oconee southern side, not far off of I-85, and the road here is in great condition. It's relatively newly paved. Potholes are pretty few and far between on this end, but as we go north, it gets incredibly bad, actually. It's honestly an embarrassment to our state because this is one of our highly traveled highways. This is our scenic byway. And to be a South Carolinian and to have such beautiful natural resources that's been, honestly, by the state, it's been totally neglected, which is extremely sad, and honestly it's unacceptable and uncalled for, as are many of our roads. And I know everybody that's watching this that's from here will agree our roads are horrible. So this is kind of a shout out to our state. Hey, let's get our act together. Do something about these roads, y'all. It's horrible. We're out here documenting this stuff, showing people our scenic byways. And Adam Sandoval's video, one of the things he talked about is the condition of the road. And he was right. It's like a 3. It's terrible overall. What's up, brother? And, you know, it's disappointing. But I wanted to come out here today not to discredit Adam's video at all, because I agree with what he said, but there's so much more to it than just the road, and we're going to showcase some of the off the beaten path locations that are pretty much directly off of the highway today. So stick with me and we'll showcase these areas, and my goal is to set out today to prove to you guys that South Carolina is a state of value. It's actually extremely beautiful, and I'm going to do my best to show you that today. All right, our first stop, our first gem of Highway 11, Lake Jocassee, Devil's Fork State Park. If you're into cold, deep water lakes, this is the best lake in South Carolina. My personal favorite. Absolutely gorgeous. Lake Jocassee is known for its deep water trout fishing, smallmouth bass. There are some yellow perch in here, and also if you have a boat, you can get to some absolutely beautiful places on Lake Jocassee. Laurel Fork Falls, where it back on the back side of the lake where it comes in, it just dumps right into the little cove on the lake. beautiful. It's actually a part of the little spur trail off of the Foothills Trail, which pretty much circles around the backside of Lake Jocassee. Really popular, worthwhile destination if you're touring in this area, whether it be RVing, camping, hiking, motorcycling, obviously. It's just a wonderful area. Another gem of Highway 11. Hello, concrete truck. Hello, don't turn. Thank you. See, people do pay attention sometimes. Turtle. And just a short drive off Highway 11, here we are at Devil's Fork State Park, home of Lake Jocassee. Park split into two places. If I was to take this left, that goes back to 2 additional boat ramps and some campground and picnic areas, swimming area. I think there's a little beach back there now. And right here we have the visitor center. Well guys, that's Devil's Fork State Park here at Lake Jocassee, South Carolina. All right, let me know what you thought of this one. Beautiful, beautiful lake. So, hey, on to our next destination. See you in a few. And beautiful Highway 11 brings us to stop number 2 for the day, Kiwi Talkaway State Park. And lots of gravel. Motorcycles, be careful with this one. Our second gem is Kiwi Talkaway State Park, and this is the home of several trails. If you're a hiker, you have the Raven Rock Trail, Natural Bridge Trail, and then the beginning of the Oconee Passage of the Palmetto Trail. And that goes from here, our location, over to the next stop we're going to make is Dug Mountain Angler Access on the East Talkaway River. So if you like to hike, this is a great place for a day hike. Just a 3 or 4 mile round trip. They have campsites here. They have an RV campground here as well, and a small boat landing for putting watercraft in, such as paddlecraft, kayaks, and things like that. So it's a gem. It's another gem. I've spent a lot of time here, and we've showcased this and some hikes and some gear reviews and things like that on the other channels. And so this is one of my favorites, y'all. So anyway, Kiwi Talkaway State Park, everybody. And this next right turn off of Highway 11 is going to be our third stop of the day. Gem number 3, Dug Mountain Angler Access Area on East Talkaway River. Just a short ride off of Highway 11 is the East Talkaway River, or East Talkaway Creek, which is one of the most beautiful small streams in this area. It's full of trout. It's great during the peak trout seasons, fall, winter, and early spring. Great fly fishing river. It's part of some of our South Carolina delayed harvest trout waters. So if you do come fish it, make sure you know what time of year it is and whether or not it's delayed harvest or not, because DNR will write tickets for it. But it's also a great area to hike. You can go in, actually this little gravel pull off right here, you can hike into that area, and that puts you upstream of where we're going a ways, and that's kind of a stretch that people like to fish. They'll go down here to the Dug Mountain Access, and then they'll hike and fish their way up to where that trail comes out, and they can park there. It's really not that far of a walk if you wanted to walk it. But it's also the ending of the Oconee Passage of the Palmetto Trail, which where we just left Kiwi Talkaway State Park just a few minutes ago. One of my favorite day hikes. It's beautiful. It's the whole section of the trail is just full of scenery. You hike along the river for a good ways. Just beautiful. Just some more of our South Carolina gems here. And here we are, everybody. Angler Access Area at Dug Mountain. Guys, this is proof. South Carolina has the most beautiful rivers. I'm telling you, just within a hop, skip, and a jump off of Highway 11, you've got this east of Toy Creek. It's beautiful here. Now, those of you who like to trout fish, this is a good stream to fish. It's a little hot this time of year, but just another gem right off of South Carolina Highway 11. Next stop, here we come. Catch you in a minute. Doug Mountain Access, everybody. Oconee Passage of the Palmetto Trail. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Popular today. Not only is it beautiful, it's fun. After all, this is about motorcycling, right? Highway 11 may be in pretty rough shape, but a lot of our back roads are in pretty good shape, like this one. Well, for those of you who don't know, this is Roy F. Jones Road. Long, lonely Highway 11. Not too lonely today, is it, everybody? Long stretches rolling through the South Carolina foothills. Gateway to the mountains. Gateway to all these nice rivers, streams, waterfalls, and trails. I love it here, everybody. My beautiful South Carolina. Our next left turn is going to be the beginning of the road to Twin Falls, which is our next gem off of Highway 11. Ooh, that was slippery. I didn't like that a bit. This right here, unfortunately, is how so many of our South Carolina roads have gotten. It is terrible. Ruts, patches, holes, where they've tried to resurface it. It's ridiculous. Our state's got to do better. Way better. Must not be too many people in state government that ride motorcycles. Because if they did, they'd sure enough have a lot more of a care for the conditions of our roadway. Beautiful here, though. I see so much other content on and other channels that, you know, showcase motovlog travel and, you know, things motorcycle. And one of the things that I see a lot of people that come to this area that do, you know, video and spend time here, one thing I notice is they all talk about how beautiful it is. You know, the Appalachians and, you know, the Southeast in general. It's not just South Carolina, you know, North Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia. You know, it's all very similar. But we are blessed, and sometimes us locals seem to take it for granted. I know people that live in this area and have never seen these things, which is a shame. I meet a lot of people from time to time on our travel, you know, either motorcycling or even backpacking, fishing or whatever, that are from somewhere else that have heard about this area and have, you know, come to enjoy it. And unfortunately, there's so many of our own people that don't seem to care. But we've come out on Highway 178. And if you take this far enough, it'll wind up in Rosman, North Carolina. And you go to Rosman, you'll cross 64 and go up 215, and voila, you're on the BlueRidge Parkway. So all these roads connect, and there's a lot of people that ride in our area that don't know about some of these wonderful roads. As you can see, it's in good shape. This one is, and it's curvy and fun. Just the roads in and of themselves, in a lot of cases, are some of the gems off of Highway 11. It's not just scenery. You know, as far as motorcycling goes, it's a blast. I mean, you do have to be careful. There are some washouts and stuff, but, you know, I'm not road racing up through here anyway. I'm on a 1600 touring bike. That's, you know, there's only so fast you're going to go. But my goodness, is it fun.